Picture this. It's 1502, and Christopher Columbus arrives in Costa Rica, only to be dazzled by the sight of natives flaunting gold like it was the hottest fashion accessory of the season. This shiny encounter was like the first spark of a fireworks show, igniting European interest in the region. I mean, who wouldn't want to explore a place that just shimmied past with a dazzling treasure? Fast forward to 1546, and voila! The quaint village of Cartago is officially up and running, marking Spain's grand entrance into Costa Rica. But hold your horses. The place wasn't quite the bustling metropolis of other colonies. Imagine a tiny coffee shop compared to a booming mall, charming yet a bit underdeveloped, all thanks to its quirky geography and the scarcity of resources. It's like living in a small town while everyone else is in the big city. Now, Costa Rica didn't have forced labor or bountiful resources like its neighbors, which birthed a peasant economy faster than kids can devour cookies. This unique scenario allowed the country to cultivate a distinct social structure, unlike those pesky Spanish colonies that were always flexing their muscles in the Americas. It's like Costa Rica was in a cozy little corner, sipping tea and watching the chaos unfold elsewhere. Then came the United Provinces of Central America, which tried to unite the region like a family road trip gone horribly wrong. Costa Rica, however, decided to play the solitary game of hide-and-seek, opting for a bit of isolationism. This cheeky choice set the stage for its own unique development, like crafting a secret family recipe while everyone else is making the same old dish. As the 19th century rolled in, Costa Rica caught a whiff of coffee beans brewing in Britain. The coffee trade boom burst forth like a piñata at a birthday party, bringing in British investments and positioning Costa Rica ahead of the Latin American coffee game. Having coffee as your golden goose was definitely a game changer. It's like winning the lottery every time your morning brew is served. Sure, Costa Rica faced its fair share of economic hiccups and regional squabbles, but what's a good story without a few bumps along the way? Their focus on education and secularization was like building a sturdy bridge over troubled waters, strengthening democracy. This foundation left everyone else thinking, hey, how do we sign up for that stability? Now, let's dive into the rich agricultural tapestry of Costa Rica. With key products like sugarcane, pineapples, and bananas, it's like a farmer's market on steroids. Agriculture isn't just a job here. It's a way of life, supporting local needs and international exports like a superstar that everyone just can't stop talking about. And speaking of identity, Costa Rica's flag is a colorful masterpiece representing its geography and history. Picture this: volcanoes, valleys, and a merchant ship all waving hello. It's like the flag itself is throwing a cultural party, proudly showcasing Costa Rica's rich heritage for everyone to admire. Who knew a rectangle of fabric could be so inspiring? Now, let's talk climate. Costa Rica basks in a hot and humid tropical hug, divided into wet and dry seasons. It's like Mother Nature's mood swings, resulting in vibrant jungles and diverse wildlife. This climate plays a pivotal role in ecology and tourism, so if you ever fancy a rain dance or a sunny getaway, Costa Rica's your place. And for those who love a good trek, Mount Chirripó, the tallest peak in Costa Rica, stretches a staggering 3,800 meters high. It's a hiker's paradise, attracting adventure seekers faster than you can say, "Where's my hiking gear?" The breathtaking views are bound to leave you gasping for air, mostly from the altitude, but also from the sheer beauty. With a population of about 5.3 million, Costa Rica is like a melting pot of cultures. The blend of Spanish and native ancestry contributes to a rich cultural fabric with a multitude of religious practices. It's like a potluck dinner where everyone brings their favorite dish. No one goes hungry here. And speaking of deliciousness, traditional Costa Rican dishes like gallo pinto certainly deserve a spotlight. This famous rice and beans dish is not just a meal, it's a celebration of local ingredients, served up at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's the food equivalent of a warm family hug, comforting and familiar. Now let's savor churras, or corn pancakes, a delightful treat made from fresh corn. They pop up beside main meals or serve as a snack. Imagine the happiness on your face when you bite into those fluffy goodies. It's like Corn decided to throw a party, and everyone's invited. And how could we forget the flavorful rondon? This seafood stew is a cozy hug in a bowl made with coconut milk, herbs, and spices. Enjoyed particularly in cooler weather, it perfectly captures Costa Rica's coastal culinary traditions, warming your heart like grandma's old recipes. Lastly, we tip our hats to some notable figures from Costa Rica, like national hero Santa Maria and famous painter Francisco Ametti. Their contributions to art and sports echo through time, inspiring everyone that hears their stories. It's like having your own family legends. You just can't help but tell everyone about them. Behold the stunning Pacific Ocean. It's so breathtaking that even dolphins stop to admire the view. Costa Rica's vibrant landscapes are a feast for the eyes. Green mountains, sparkling beaches, and more colors than a box of crayons after a toddler's painting session. You can almost hear nature whispering, "You're welcome." Now let's take a little stroll down memory lane. Picture this: old farms and traditional practices that make you feel like you've stepped into an episode of a vintage soap opera. These rich histories are the heartbeat of Costa Rica, with stories that can make even the most boring history buff sit up and say, "Did that really happen?" Next, we peek into a woodworking shop that could easily be the set for a feel-good family movie. Here, local craftsmanship shines brighter than a freshly polished trophy. And guess what? The narrator has a special connection because it was their father's passion. Talk about keeping it in the family. Nothing says love like a well-crafted wooden spoon, right? Oh, the nostalgia is real. The speaker reminisces about childhood days spent living with a dirt floor. Sounds rustic, huh? But honestly, it helped forge a tight bond with the Hispanic community that feels more like an extended family than mere neighbors. It's like having way too many aunts and uncles, but in the best way possible, shaping their identity with every shared story and plate of homemade tamales. Now, picture this: the beautiful mountains acting like nature's bodyguards, protecting the local flora and fauna. They're not just standing there looking pretty, they're also playing a crucial role in environmental conservation. It's nature's way of saying, "I got your back." Tamarindo is like that friend who always knows where the best beach party is. With stunning beaches just a quick stroll away, you can grab your surfboard and ride the waves without breaking a sweat. Or the bank. It really cranks up the fun factor. Now, if you swing over to the OSA Peninsula, it's a bit like entering nature's very own VIP section. Picture yourself surrounded by remarkable wildlife and lush jungles. Here, it's all about slowing down and diving deep into all that Mother Nature has to offer, perfect for those days when you want to be less wild and more nature whisper. Traveling between these beach paradises? Oh boy, it's a tale of two different journeys. Tamarindo is like a quick trip to the corner store, while heading to the OSA Peninsula might feel like gearing up for a road trip. Buckle up, because those stunning coastal vistas are worth every bump along the way. In Tamarindo, you can catch some waves, swim with the fishes, and even try your hand at fishing or body surfing. It's a playground for all ages. Whether you're a little fish or a big whale, there's something here swimming just for you. Now, let's dive back into the wild side at the OSA Peninsula, where you can play peekaboo with monkeys, sloths, and more birds than a feathered fashion show. If you're a nature lover, this is your paradise, offering an experience that's like being in a live-action documentary, without the awkward narrating. Let's chat about the weather. The OSA Peninsula is like that friend who always brings an umbrella. Yup, it's the rain champion. Meanwhile, Tamarindo stays sunnier and drier. So, pack your bags accordingly. You wouldn't want to end up looking like a soggy sandwich in the rainforest. Tamarindo's laid-back vibe comes with adorable little grocery stores right on the beach, perfect for grabbing snacks while watching the sunset. If you're feeling adventurous, hop in the car and head to Liberia for bigger supermarkets. Just remember, don't leave your shopping list in the sand. Meanwhile,
in a village square, marimba plays a folk song cheer with guitars strumming, toes tapping tight, joy in the air, heart so live. Bye, bye.